Hi everyone, I'm going to explain the meaning of these editing codes that I use when I give feedback on your essay that you have submitted. And these are to help you understand some of the grammar mistakes and how to fix them yourself. So I will always code the grammar mistakes that I see using some of these codes. And this explains the meaning. There's an example and a correction. So for example, you have an error marked ART. It's an incorrect or missing article, which means a, an, or the. The example of the mistake, I was sitting next to handsome man. I was sitting next to a handsome man. Okay? There are also codes for connecting words, pronouns, which are he, she, it, us, singular plural nouns, like adding an S to a noun, sentence structure, subject-verb agreement, and verb forms and tenses. Usually if I use these codes, wrong word or wrong form, I will tell you what word you should be using instead. So if you don't understand the meaning of one of the codes, always look back at this paper and see if this will help you to understand it. Usually when I use the SS, number 5, SS sentence structure, I will tell you if the sentence is a run-on or a fragment. So if you have a run-on, remember, you need to break the sentence into 2 or more sentences or add a connecting. Okay, so you should try to fix everything by yourself. And if you don't understand something, you will ask me when we have a conference so that I can help you. So let's look at an example paragraph. You will see, for example, here it says my best job, and we want to capitalize the first letter of each content word. So, of course, something like this where I wrote a capital B and a capital J is not on the list, and sometimes things are like that. Here's also one that's not on the list, indent. Hopefully you know that that means to push tab to move over the first line of each paragraph. So we begin. When I look back on the jobs I've had, this says SS fragment. SS means sentence structure. So this means I have to, either I remove when or I need to join it to the next sentence. Put a comma here. So when I look back on the jobs I've had, comma, I learned most important lessons at Tulsi's Bakery. So here I have art, A-R-T, and that means incorrect or missing article, a, an, or the. I learned, I learned the most important lessons. My responsibility were to arrive at 5:20. So sometimes people get confused and think this one means spelling. No, this one means singular plural. So I need to say my responsibilities, plural, were to arrive and preparing. So it's not right to say to arrive and preparing. We have to either say arriving and preparing or to arrive and to prepare the machines. So that's a verb form mistake. We could say, because there's a to, we don't have to repeat the to here. So we could say, my responsibilities were to arrive at 5:20 and prepare. One Saturday morning, I turned off my alarm and sleep for a few more minutes. Sleep is VT, verb tense. So that means this is I sleep, I should say slept in the past. Because I say turned off and slept for a few more, SPL, singular plural, a few more minutes. The disappointed customers did not get their fresh bread that morning. So here we have WF, wrong form of the word, and it tells you we need it to be an adjective. So to change disappoint to an adjective, we would either say the disappointed customers or the disappointing customers. And in this case, it would be disappointed with ED, because the ED adjectives describe how someone's feeling, like I am interested, I am bored, or I am tired, where the IMG adjectives describe the situation, like the class is interesting, the movie is boring. So this is the disappointed customers. I promised Mr. Toss that I will never be late again. Here we have a verb tense problem, and it goes with Let's see, so this is the past, but will is the future. So we need to change will to the past, which is would. I promised Mr. Toss that I would never be late again. I also learned to perform physically work. Again, we have WF, word form, and adjective. So just like here, it says he drives careful, he drives carefully. That's the adverb, which is correct here. But here we have physically, but describing a noun, work. So I learned how to perform physical work, physical. I carried huge bag, oh, that's a singular plural. I carried huge bags of flour, sugar, and other ingredients to the bakery. At the end of the day, I was exhausted. I must change this to exhausted, again, ed, to describe the emotions. My job at the bakery was for one summer, comma, it helped me learn to be responsible and work hard. So this is a run-on sentence because it's really two sentences connected with a comma. In English, we cannot connect two sentences with a comma. We either need to break it by putting a period, full stop, dot, and a capital I, or we can add a connecting word. My job at the bakery was for one summer. Maybe I would say, but it helped me. Even though it was short, right, it was one summer, it helped me. So I could add but and keep the comma, and I could be fixing that run-on by using a connecting word. So for your essay, you need to eventually fix all of your mistakes that are marked like this. And when you meet with me, you can ask me any questions about things that are not clear. And this is a good way for you to see what are the most common mistakes you made and how can you learn how to fix them so that in the future you can be more independent in fixing them yourself. Thank you.